Welcome to the Aztec Recreation Center climbing wall orientation video. Whether you're an experienced climber or a first-timer, we're excited to have you here. This video is designed to familiarize you with our safety procedures and expectations. Pay close attention because you will be asked to complete a short quiz before you are permitted to climb at our wall. Please check our website for current hours of operation and time scheduled for orientations. As you approach the climbing wall office, review the posted safety guidelines. And remember to sign in before gearing up to climb. If you need climbing shoes or a harness, simply ask a climbing wall supervisor. If you have your own harness, please show it to a supervisor so they can check its structural integrity. You are now ready to participate in our orientation. This orientation is a critical step in the climbing process, ensuring a safe and fun experience for you and your fellow climbers. During this orientation, you will learn the different types of climbing we offer at our wall, effective communication for your climbing partner and other climbers, and how to safely use the technical equipment. Next, we will walk you through the orientation. There are two types of climbing done at our wall: bouldering and top roping. Bouldering is a type of climbing that does not require the use of any ropes, as it is done much closer to the ground. Our floors are made out of the finest foam mats, so your fall will be cushioned. However, we do recommend you have a spotter when bouldering. When spotting, make sure your fingers are not caught on the falling climber or their clothing by keeping your thumbs tucked in. Think paws, not claws. As a spotter, your job is not to catch the climber if they fall, but to guide their descent. You are there to ensure a comfortable landing and help protect the climber's head, neck, and spine. When bouldering, no climber is permitted to climb with their hips higher than the red line on the wall. When bouldering, do not climb above other climbers or objects that may injure you in the event of a fall. Those who are climbing on a rope always have the right of way, so please respect their passage. Another type of climbing is called top roping. Top roping requires that both climber and belayer wear harnesses and clip into opposite ends of a rope. Before top rope climbing, you must first put on a harness. To properly fit the harness, first find the belay loop. This will always be positioned in front and is usually a different color from the rest of the harness. Loosen all the buckles before stepping in. Now find the two leg loops and be sure that they are hanging evenly under the waist belt and are not twisted. Next, step through the waist belt and into the leg loops like a pair of pants. Pull the harness up around your waist and tighten the waist belt first. Be sure the waist belt is positioned just above your hip bones to prevent the possibility of shifting while climbing. The waist belt should be tight enough that only a single finger fits between your body and the harness. Finally, tighten the leg loops. The leg loops should also allow only one finger to fit. Now you can clip into the rope. As you approach the rope, notice the difference in the two ends. One side will be for the climber and the other for the belayer. Now you can clip into the rope. Make sure your ropes are not twisted and you are choosing the rope above your climb. The climber's end has a single locking carabiner. Always clip the carabiner into the belay loop on the front of your harness. This is the safest attachment point. The carabiners are designed to auto-lock, however you must always check to ensure the carabiner is fully locked. This is easily done by using the squeeze check. After visually checking your safety equipment, both climber and belayer must receive a verbal confirmation of readiness before starting their climb. Climber commands are: on belay, belay on. Climbing, climb on. We will now demonstrate proper use of the technical safety equipment for top rope climbing. The belayer's end of the rope has both a locking carabiner and a gree-gree belay device. This device increases the friction on the rope and helps the belayer catch a falling climber. When clipping into this device, be sure the loose strand of rope exits on your dominant hand side. It is important that you never let go of this strand of rope while your partner climbs, because this strand is the control brake of the system. Just like the climber, make sure your carabiner is fully locked by using the squeeze check. The strength of our gear is strong enough to hold all types of climbers. Our carabiners are rated to hold up to 30 kilonewtons, which is over 6,700 pounds of force. The belay device, harness, and rope are designed to hold similar amounts of weight. Your number one rule as a belayer is never take your dominant hand off the brake strand. Your job as a belayer is to pull slack through the belay device so that you limit the length of the climber's fall. In order to pull slack through the belay device, we use a method called the plus technique. The plus technique stands for pull, lock, under, and slide. The pull portion of the plus technique consists of simultaneously pulling slack down with your non-dominant hand while pulling the same slack through the belay device with your dominant hand. Next is the lock portion of the plus technique. After you have pulled the slack out of the rope, engage the friction device by placing your dominant hand down by your waist. Remember, if you aren't pulling the slack out of the rope should always be in your dominant hand just below your waist. Now, with your dominant hand on the rope near your waist, grab the rope with your other hand under and slide your dominant hand back up towards the belay device. This illustrates the under and slide portions of the plus technique. By repeating this process, you can successfully belay your climber. As a belayer, you are responsible for keeping the rope tight and catching your climber in the case of a fall. The belay device is used to assist in catching the climber but does not take place of an attentive belayer. When catching an unexpected fall, keep your dominant hand down by your waist for optimal holding power. As a belayer, you are also responsible for lowering the climber safely to the ground. As the climber, sit back in your harness like you are in a reclining chair. Put your feet flat against the wall, keep your legs wide, and walk down the wall when being lowered. Belayers, keep your dominant hand down by your waist and allow the climber to weight the rope. Once their weight is on the rope, you can use your non-dominant hand to grab the black lever on the belay device. Pull this lever back and allow the rope to slowly slide through your dominant hand and through the belay device, controlling the speed of your climber's descent. It is your job to control the speed of descent. If the speed becomes too fast to control, let up on the black lever and the climber's fall will be arrested. If you have any questions, please ask the climbing staff. They're there to help you with any questions or concerns you may have. Additional climbing opportunities include registering for a 1-unit ENS climbing class offered every semester, or signing up for an Aztec Adventure Weekend climbing trip to Joshua Tree National Park. Ask a staff member or visit our website if you have more questions. Now that you have completed the orientation video for the climbing wall, your next step is to register online or at the front desk for one of our staff-taught orientations. After successfully completing this course, you will have full access to the Aztec Recreation Center climbing wall. Thanks for your attention, and thank you for helping us keep our community a safe and rewarding place to climb.